This is Lieutenant Sulu of the Starship Enterprise, standing by on the bridge with the Christmas song. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
All right.
Nuts roasting on an open fire.
I got that on.
And then the alarm.
All right.
Day 10, guys.
The end's in sight.
The end is in
we-
sight.
Are we
Videos?
recording now?
Oh,
We're
yeah.
recording now.
Okay,
yeah.
I want to make sure I should put the ham on, or that is just like, Jesus fucking Christ, Boris, you piece of shit. What are you doing? Fuck. God, where they blew
step
that
out.
real fast.
I can
No,
step
yeah.
away for a second.
I was trying. I couldn't get there because I was trying to set up a joke of like, actually Phil and I are like Bill O'Reilly level belligerent off camera, and Boris is like the poor like, oh, whatever you say, boss. And I couldn't get the rest of the joke set up. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I pounded like a gargantuan like 5-ounce martini before recording today. So like.
Oh, it's the holidays.
Exactly.
It's the holidays.
Oh, by the way, the Christmas episode, when we record it,
Yeah.
I'm going deep.
Oh yeah.
Just to
Nice.
discuss your movie, fucking Tyler. I'm gonna need
Oh,
it.
jeez.
It's such a good movie, though.
What the hell did I watch last night?
It's so good.
It is, but it's so out there.
It's so fucked up.
My favorite
God.
quote was from Quill. From Phil. Quill. Who the fuck is Quill?
I Star-Lord.
Yeah. He's like, I understand a lot of stuff. And then there's
Mhm.
this.
So it's so good. But love.
Yeah. Yeah. And like
But
I was
love-
telling
Okay,
Phil,
I do have to
it's-
ask.
Yeah.
Was that a being nice pick or was that a fuck you pick?
No, I genuinely really like that movie, and
Okay.
I wanted to talk about it.
All right, that's fair. That is totally fair.
No, like, and I'm the first to admit it's a fucked up movie, and I was like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what? I really like that movie, and I really think that we would have an interesting discussion trying to deal
anything-
with it.
Exactly. Dealing with it's going to be a minefield. But as
Yeah.
well, you are completely correct, and you can like a movie like that because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like that. So,
Oh,
I
look,
like
I'm
Jacob's Ladder. I like the 9th configuration. Go figure.
yeah, look, I'm also the first to admit that like I like a lot of fucked up movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like the other thing I was telling Phil is that this is, our picks are so 100% us.
I didn't know they
On the
remade.
nose.
Did you know they remade Jacob's Ladder?
Yes.
I
Yes,
didn't
just-
know that.
Yeah, they
Last
recently
year.
made it. Yep.
Which is too bad because the guy who plays the lead I really like.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking man.
He's
He had
wanna
that really brief science fiction show that he like got canceled. It was so good, and they were like, "Nah, fuck you."
Yep.
Almost Human. He played Dorian in Almost Human.
Yep.
God, that was a good show.
He was in a lot of stuff actually. Yeah, they remade
Had
it.
Carl Urban.
Yes. Yep. Jacob's Ladder. Such a weird movie. If anyone
I don't think
has
I've
to
ever
watch
seen it.
It's about PTSD and shit.
Yeah,
Heavy.
it is. It's super heavy.
Yeah.
It's what the Manchurian Candidate could have been. Like the remake.
Oh, yeah, I'm like, the original was decent.
The original was okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's not what we're here to talk about. We are here to talk about the final episode of Season 1 of Star Trek Lower Decks. Episode 10, No Small Parts. Directed by Barry J. Kelly and written by showrunner Mike McMahon. First air date, October 8th, 2020. And who else was happy to see the return of the Exocomp?
Yes. Yes.
Such a weird cut.
Yeah.
Exocomp from the Quality of Life, 135th episode of Star Trek TNG. First air date, November 16th, 1992.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah. God. That episode is one of the times and you're like, gosh, they're trying to do so much and their budget is holding them back.
Yeah. A lot of that show had that issue.
They spent so much money on those first 2 episodes too.
Yeah. That's the issue,
There's
right?
so much money spent on those first 2 episodes.
You were expecting every episode to be like that, and I think that's what got a lot of people off the show until kind of like the later seasons, and then everyone fell off at the finale.
This would have been prime time that I was going to Star Trek conventions.
Yep.
92. Yep.
I went to one not long after that, actually.
Yeah, I went to one. It was downtown Toronto at the convention center.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it was packed. It was
Yeah.
just ball sweaty packed in there.
Yep.
Not a good smelling place when you put that many geeks
Like,
and that much warmth.
yeah. Because it was in the middle of summer, if I remember.
Yeah, we were probably at the same one.
Probably.
I mean, there's not a lot of Star Trek conventions in Southern Ontario.
Yeah.
I remember the one thing that I picked up from it that I was most happy about was I got the actual badge that they wore on their uniforms.
Nice.
I got a
From
pin on one.
Which version?
TNG?
TNG.
Nice.
Yeah, the version with the little oval, and it was metal. It was like real, right? But you couldn't touch it and have it go. Bleep, but
I will say a lot of the design of stuff on TNG, not like the CGI especially and their effects are very hit and miss, but the design of a lot of that stuff is well thought out.
Yeah.
I as I said before, I've been rewatching Deep Space Nine, and some of that show is quite good, and then you're like, oh my god, the set design of those early seasons is so painful.
Yep.
It looks like they had $50 at a soundstage, and they were like, what can we do? Got a
Pretty
thing
much.
of spray paint and some styrofoam.
yeah. And well, here's the thing that I really appreciate about it, especially with Next Generation, was the computer design and whatnot, like the actual layout and the formatting of their version of Windows and their overall
OS,
aesthetic design. Yeah, their OS,
Yeah.
their aesthetic design, and it's really held up over the years too. And
Yeah.
I'm just really impressed that they had that vision, they executed it, and they consistently held it through. Because I think that would be a very easily underappreciated thing, because I'm used to Star Wars, where it's all 1970s backlit buttons and dials.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
one of the places that really brings that home, I don't know if you guys have ever looked at this, but you should go look at the Star Trek Adventures by Modiphius at some point. It's the RPG that came out a year or two ago,
Yeah. Yeah.
and their entire graphic design is inspired by that, and those are good-looking books.
Mm-hmm.
I like to nitpick as an RPG person. I don't love the system. There's parts of the system that I'm like, oh, you did kind of clunky there. But that book is beautiful. And they have really good, I can't remember what the name of the rule is, but they have this rule where it's if you're playing the Doctor and there's no reason for the Doctor to be in this scene, you just get a red shirt for that scene that you can kill off with no, there's some good ideas. It's a good RPG system. But no small parts. No small parts. Only small actors. Boimler inadvertently reveals to the entire crew that Mariner is Captain Freeman's daughter. Immediately.
Yeah. First minute.
It's where it starts.
It was just hold my beer.
Yeah.
We're not going to have any tension at all.
And then everyone is treating Mariner special, which, again, this is after how much we loved last episode, this is where it starts to get to me of watch Deep Space Nine. Everyone treats Sisko's kid like shit.
Yeah.
And we're like, no special treatment for you.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing hanging out with criminals? God. the Cerritos picks up new crew members, including an exocomp by the name of Peanut Hamper, who befriends Tendi.
I liked Peanut Hamper.
Peanut Hamper's a delight.
Yeah.
Which I believe they said it was calculated.
Yes.
Yes, it was calculated to be the most pleasurable conjunction of names, and some
Nice.
kind of algorithm thing
Yeah.
that it computated up. And,
Yeah, that's a decent joke. I was on board with that joke.
me too.
They then receive a distress call from the USS Solvang, and they arrive to find the ship destroyed by the Pakled, who have become a surprising threat while Starfleet wasn't paying attention.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Engaging in piracy and ripping ships apart to add to their own massive battle cruisers. The Pakled begin tearing apart the Cerritos while an injured Captain Freeman lets Mariner take command.
I like that. One thing I really liked about that is the fact that the Pakled were a joke, and they have a backstory as, you guys ignored us. We built up this ship, we got it we Frankensteined this ship, and now you're going down.
Yeah. It's worth knowing the Pakled were originally designed with direct inspiration from Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah.
Like, just Lewis Carroll full on. What? But another throwback to TNG, which it seems to be that TNG is a lot of the bread and butter.
Yeah.
Well,
Further,
this is the longest running, right?
the first appearance of the Pakled is one of the appearances of Wesley Crusher when he and Picard kind of become friends-ish.
Will Wheaton.
Yeah. Yep. That episode aired May 15th, 1989, and was called Samaritan Snare.
Yep.
I'm tempted to go back and watch all this stuff again because it's been probably 1989 since I've seen that episode.
Yeah, TNG is a rough rewatch. There's episodes in there definitely worth skipping. I mean, I don't know if there's any. Maybe Picard is the only one that I don't think there's just episodes worth skipping.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the nature of Star Trek, right? And
Yeah.
kind of like they had
yeah.
a very Freak of the Week, Adventure of the Week type
Mhm.
formula. They never really had an overarching story. They had a story that would carry a couple episodes,
Yeah.
but it was Adventure of the Week, Freak of the Week type formula.
Oh, totally. Well, and the original pitch for both the original series and TNG was just, I don't know, go explore shit, whatever.
Yeah.
So it was very much like, what is our mission of the week? And even Voyager, to a lesser extent, was able to just be like, we're just on our way home, and whatever the fuck we encounter.
Exactly.
Good
The
point.
good thing about Voyager was that they were able, because they were in the Outer Realm, they were able to, or whatever you call them, they were able to introduce and have different characters, different aliens.
Yeah, there
it
was
a
some
different ball game.
There's some fun, weird shit in Voyager, like the other dimension of like angry energy or whatever.
Yes,
That was decent.
That was actually one of the few episodes I really, really enjoyed.
It was a two-parter, wasn't it?
Yep, it was.
Yeah. I don't have my notes on that one.
You guys watched a lot more Star Trek than I did.
I don't know. I don't
It's
think
a very interesting point that you bring up, though, about there being a loose, overarching binding for the season or the episodes. Because I'm just thinking in my mind, like, because what's most freshly on it would be how Star Wars and Mandalorian or whatever they're doing, how so narrative driven and so episodic.
Yep.
And this is almost the exact opposite, and it doesn't really suffer from it. Like it just gives you flexibility as an audience. Like, oh, this Freak of the Week episode, maybe I want to avoid it, or maybe I just want to watch it for this character moment. And you know what I mean? Like, you get what you're going to unpack from it, and maybe you leave behind some of the rest.
Yeah, definitely.
Somebody else loves that. You know what I mean?
I think that's how people expect to watch TV now. I know that, like, Smallville and a lot of shows like that got a lot of, negative fan reaction when they had Freak of the Week type episodes. People want an overarching story. Look at Mandalorian season 1. They had Freak of the Week. Adventure of the Week,
A little bit.
people
little
pretty
bit.
much gave it a lot of
Yeah,
shit, right?
Yeah, it pulled together eventually, but it was
Yeah.
not immediately apparent.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and I mean it's considered one of the phenomena of prestige television, or whatever you want to call it, of like we all want shows that just
Oh.
you don't miss an episode. It's all one thing.
I will say I missed on our Mandalorian roundup something that came up in our holiday special when we reviewed the Lego holiday special for Star Wars.
Mhm.
Remember I commented about what the hell Tip Yip is?
Yeah.
Yep.
On the menu board in behind, in the one scene, they actually had Tip Yip on it.
That is actually hilarious.
I meant to bring that up yesterday.
That's
but
phenomenal.
I
That
don't
is
think
so
I'm
funny.
spoiling
Phenomenal.
anything by saying that, but Tip Yip was on it and I laughed out loud.
That's nice. I
brilliant.
didn't catch that.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah. The pack lid begin to tear apart the Cerritos then. Rutherford devises
Decides.
Hitting the
Right.
eggnog a little early, Tyler, again.
I don't drink eggnog. It's just gin.
Gin and eggnog. Oh, come on.
I actually can't. Eggnog makes me vomit. It's so gross. I can't do it. I'm so sorry. If you like eggnog, good for you.
Good for you, yeah.
But I don't like anything that's too viscous.
Yeah, I don't blame you there.
So motor oil is out of the question.
Yeah, nah.
I wonder if it's possible that we get through this entire episode and don't actually finish the review.
I thought about it. I just rolled the leg. We just end. Just a hard cut.
Just right now.
We hit the last thing. We hit 30 minutes. I don't care where we've gotten. We just end it.
It'll be the proverbial Sopranos ending of our Star Trek Lower Decks review.
Never mention it again.
Exactly.
Well, in theory, the episode might not even hit the internet if we don't get that fixed.
God, right? So Rutherford comes up with a plan to defeat the Packlid using a computer virus developed by Badgie, the hologram.
Return of Badgie.
Fucking Badgie.
This was a weird callback. I don't know how I felt about this one, but sure.
Well, I think everything was just getting thrown at the wall at this point. Like, look at
Yeah.
the choices that they make.
Yeah, it's not the worst episode, but it's far from the best.
Mm-hmm.
They tell Peanut Hamper, being an execomp, hey, you should deliver the virus, and Peanut Hamper promptly tells them to fuck off.
That was the best. Yeah, because they needed someone small, lightweight.
Able to
That
move through
won't be-
space.
Yeah, able to move tight spaces, won't be easily detected. Yeah, that was so funny. I actually laughed out
Yeah.
loud there.
Me too.
That was cute.
I was unexpected.
Yeah.
In turn, Shax, the what's Shax's actual position? He's like the head of security,
Head of security.
and I thought he did another thing too.
No, he's the
No.
big bear.
He's also the tactical officer. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
okay.
I thought that goes
'Cause
hand
he's
in
bridge
hand.
crew. Yeah, he's bridge crew, but I can't.
Yeah.
Are you going to be head of security and not the tactical officer?
Sure. And Rutherford fly a shuttle to the Packlid ship to deal with it. Badgie uploads the virus, but also says, I'm going to kill Rutherford too. Which, again, like, why would you trust your sociopathic hologram?
Yeah, because when they bring Badgie back, they have to disable the safety protocols.
Yeah.
Which, there's that moment where he's like, Badgie, are you going to try to kill me? Why, of course not. And then, yeah.
Instantly. Shaq, this actually was a moment that I felt was decently earned. Is Shax tears out Rutherford's cybernetic implants and sacrifices himself so Rutherford can live.
Yeah.
So they killed a major character,
Mhm.
which credit to them.
Stuff's got to mean something.
Then Rutherford survives and escapes. More Packlid ships begin to arrive, and the Cerritos is saved by the arrival of the USS Titan, captained by William Riker, played by Jonathan Frakes, and Commander Deanna Troy, played by Marina Sirtis. There's no T in there. It's Marina or Marina.
I was taking a guess at the name. I don't have it up in front of me. I was
I
just
just
remembering from the credits.
fair. It does. If you go by memory, I understand how you got Martina. It's not,
Yeah.
but I understand how you got there.
Yeah.
Explain this to me, please.
It's just like your memory vaguely gets. It's got an M. It ends with an A. There's an R in there somewhere.
You name it what you think you see. You don't name it what you like. If you're not reading it intentionally, your mind is putting letters in there.
Yep.
To make it more.
It's like that that stupid thing you see do the rounds every couple of years on the internet of like most people can read this, and it's like all the internals are messed up. It's your like you're remembering the M and the A and the R maybe, and you're like, probably Martina, right?
Mm. And it's been so long too.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot how we got here already.
Marina, and then Phil said Martina.
Yeah, I know.
I said Martina.
It's a nice little bit. A funeral is held for Shax. Rutherford wakes up having lost his long-term memory for some reason. Tendy's like, "Yay, we become best friends again." Okay. This
that was
really
dumb.
start to lose me.
That it went back to Star Trek stupidness at that point. But overall,
well, I mean,
they probably wanted to rewrite the character.
I mean, that's fair. Freeman makes peace with Mariner and proposes she unofficially allows her to bend rules more often. Again, now we're back to ignoring what Star Trek is about. It's like, oh, all these rules mean I can't get to stuff done, and it's like that's not. God damn it!
Yeah,
that's not a unique take.
Yeah.
What was your alternate name for this episode?
I didn't do that last episode either. Last episode, Crisis Point was, All right.
Okay.
And this one was, well, really shouldn't have gotten my hopes up.
I would have named this one Nostalgia Hit.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think they even earned a nostalgia hit.
Oh,
well,
damn.
Jonathan Frakes. Marina Sirtis. Deanna Troi. Like, bringing them back, voicing them properly. It's a nostalgia hit, because I'm like, oh, man, now I remember.
Wait, no, it is a hit. It's not like a full, like, oh, they got me. It's not like, oh, we had him come in and do the weird sit down because of his hip problem, and he was like...
I just thought it was nice. I was like, hey, Star Trek's got my people back in it. Like,
it was nice. I'm just saying it's not a full nostalgia hit.
Was for me.
Okay.
I was ignoring the episode until he showed up. And I was like, hey, this is all right. They're back.
And then Boimler joins the USS Titan, because again, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Yep.
Good for the show.
So we can start next season with Rutherford being rewritten, and Boimler will be back for some reason. Sure.
Boimler.
All right. And that's the season. Woo! What would you rate this season out of 10? Tyler.
C-.
What?
You passed. But I will not put up with another one like this.
I love the fact that out of 10, C-.
Yeah, no, I reject your premise. Much like this show rejects the premise of Star Trek. I reject your premise and substitute my own. This show rejects the premise of Star Trek and substitute its own.
Yeah. Phil, what about you?
He rewrote the scale. I give it 3 fire hydrants out of 17.
I knew you were going to do that. I fucking knew you were going to do that. I fucking can't do anything with you guys.
No, I'd give it like a 4.
I'm joking.
I'd give it like a 4.
Yeah.
Like
You think
maybe
it's a fail?
I'm giving it like a fail. Just because I really didn't enjoy it and I wanted to. So it didn't make the grade. Like I wouldn't give it a C+ or C-. I'd give it a D if I was.
You know what? The more you're talking, Phil, the more I'm aware that I think that's more my martini and my Christmas spirit being charitable. And I'm like, no, that was a really bad show. Shit, Phil's right. Like I'm still on the good feelings of episode 9.
Yeah.
I wanted to not be watching the show. That's not
forgetting
TV.
how bad. like the first 5 are just bad.
Bad.
That's half the season.
Bad. Yep. That's
6
For 5 episodes, I wanted to go clean body parts.
God, no, you're right, Phil.
clip my fingernails. I wanted to do anything but watch TV. And TV is the most addictive thing next to like crack cocaine, and you know what I mean? Like it keeps you sitting in front of it for way longer than you should. And this made me want to just go away. It made me want to go sleep.
I almost made a terrible mistake, and I thank you for reminding me and showing me the light. This is the failing grade. This is see me after class.
Oh, there we go.
This is maybe the teacher is drunk while marking, and that's how you get through it.
Well, clearly, you just proved that
I just owned it. I was just nah, this is fine. It feels like, no, it's not. What are you talking about? I'm like, wait a minute. No, it's not. What am I talking about? What did you think, Boris?
I would give it a hard 49%, 4.9 out of 10. I'm going to be that dick who doesn't give it the 50, but won't give it go down to 45. You're staying at 49.
We didn't get you the bottle of booze.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we would all agree the first 5 episodes are at best a 2.
At best. At best.
Like, it's successfully television. I think it successfully fits the time slot, and I think that gets you a 1.
It successfully allows you to advertise.
Yeah.
It's configured in such a way you can cut to commercials.
But I mean, you know what though? Is gotta say, not in their merchandising game. I mean, Phil sent us over today. Phil was like, "Damn, there's gonna be a new Mandalorian matte armor for Boba Fett." And 2 days later, there it is. And this is like, no, you don't get no shit.
Yep.
I've already got the helmet twice.
I did it thrice.
I see room. I see room right there. Right there.
No, that's actually right there is the other Mando helmet, and then right there is Darth Vader.
And I also
what do you mean the other Mando helmet?
I have Boba and I have the prototype. Prototype's white. The Boba is scratched up green. And now they're releasing the non-scratch green. They're just painting it, which the prototype is just a painted regular Mando because you can feel the other paint jobs on it, and they've replaced the crown. The one next year is going to be Din Djarin's helmet, and then this one I'm going to take a hard pass on that.
I love the fact,
Saber. Damn it,
that at the end of the day we go back to talking Star Wars.
Fucked up your own cue, didn't you?
Yep.
Oh boy,
we're done, guys. We finished Star Trek Lower Decks with a failing grade, but the second half of the season did show some promise. Let's see if they can continue, if they will continue this moving forward. I'm going to give it a chance. Let's see what happens.
If I see very positive reviews of the next season, I will try it.
Yes.
Yep. Oh, Boris will probably make us watch it.
Nope. No. That's not happening. That is not happening. Guys, Bill, do your thing.
Do my thing. You know what? You can find us on the internet at www.itscanonpodcast.com.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Come on, server. The hamster needs a new wheel. So you can also, as long as Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook are up, you can track us down at It's Canon Podcast. You can find us on, provided the servers are up, you can find us on anywhere you get podcasts, really, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher. Anywhere you find podcasts, you're going to find us. And please make sure to hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified when we have all these crazy, kooky episodes coming out. And if you can, leave a rate and review. Greatly appreciate it. And thank you so much for taking the time to listen to the It's Canon podcast.
There you go, guys. Day 10, done with Star Trek Lower Decks. We did it. Tomorrow, Phil and Tyler are going to get a break. Matt and I are going to take over, and we're going to be talking all things wrestling. And we're going to have a retro review of 2 shows. The first show is a Superstars from 1991 with a major angle involving Macho Man.
No, Macho King.
It was Macho Man.
It
was when he came back. It was when he came back, and it was when he started his program with Jake the Snake Roberts. So we have an episode that we're gonna watch that's with that, and then it's also we're going to be reviewing a Raw from 1997, and it is the finger poke of doom between Triple H and Shawn Michaels. That's that. And then on Christmas Day, Phil and Tyler are back, and we're going to be reviewing a movie that we sent to each other to talk about. And
let's tell everybody what movies we're watching.
Exactly.
Have we told everybody?
Nope. This is the first time we're going to actually talk about it, even though we were talking about it at the top of the show, but we'll officially announce what's what. All right, so I made these two watch Batman Returns. Phil, what's your pick?
The 1986 Muppet Christmas TV special.
Yeah. And Tyler with the most Tyler pick ever.
It's not the most Tyler pick ever. It's just up there. Definitely top 3. I chose The Endless.
Yeah. We're going to be discussing
I can
all
tell
that.
you, mine's awesome because I have all the Muppet meta crossovers. Sesame
Nice.
Street, Fraggles, and The Muppet Show.
Woo!
Hey, mine has Danny DeVito as Penguin, so fuck you.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Been a
Oh,
while.
mine has Crippling Nihilism.
Oh, man. I can't wait to talk about
Nothing
it. And
says
this-
Christmas.
Yeah.
Hang on. Nothing says Christmas like crippling niles.
Yeah, that's my life.
Yeah.
Crippling nihilism and almost crippling depression.
Well,
That's Christmas.
nothing says Christmas like crippling depression and nihilism. So,
God.
he's Phil.
Nihilists.
He's Tyler. I'm Boris. We're back for 2 more days. Good night.
We survived.
Wait.